I've not gotten any updates. Other than he walked in and told me he felt better this morning. I don't know what that means.
At this point, Brad, is your plan sticking to it for not playing?
I'm not the decision maker on that. So they'll tell me if he's able to play, and then we'll go from there. He'll go through whatever he can and shoot around, and then if he can play, he'll play.
How does having one day basically to prepare affect you at all going into this tonight?
Well, they run a lot of complicated things. They put you in a bind. They play really, really fast, and they play a lot of guys, and they keep those guys fresh. They sub them in and out, probably even more so than a lot of teams. And they're a tough team to play against, and I think that, we're going to get more familiar as the series goes on. That always happens. But at the same time, there's certain things we got to be prepared to do tonight to give ourselves the best chance of winning, especially if Jaylen's unavailable. And again, they put you in a bind. They've got two guys in Simmons and Embiid that demand a ton of attention. The problem is they've got some of the best three-point shooters in the world. And if you give too much attention, you're in trouble. So it's quite a challenge. Yeah, he guarded in every game we played. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think he'll guard him, but everybody else will too.
With what you guys were able to get out of Shimmy in the Milwaukee series, has that given you maybe a different dimension as far as what you want to do defensively against a Philadelphia team that has a lot of versatility?
Well, I mean, you could put, Shimmy could obviously be matched up with Simmons, but he could also be matched up with Redick, be matched up with Bellinelli, be matched up with Saric, Ilyasova. I mean, they got a lot of good players.
Having a guy like that hasn't had a lot of mileage, hasn't played a lot, how much of a benefit has that been for you as the season has progressed to have a guy like that has those as his strengths?
Well, I mean, that's what we tried to fill this roster out with. We talked about it at the start of the year. If you're going to be able to win in the playoffs against the teams, especially here in the East. You start talking about Giannis, you start talking about LeBron, you start talking about guys like Simmons. Like, you're going to need a lot of versatile bodies, and that's why we drafted Shemi. That's what we were thought that he could become, was a guy that could guard a ton of different people. And obviously, he did a great job on Giannis last series, but this is a whole different challenge because, Simmons is great at handing off, and then you have to switch up the shooters if you're Shemi, or you have to be up on the shooters. It's just a different challenge than the Milwaukee series.
How does Jaylen affect your plans? You mentioned, you don't know if you'll have him, whether you do or not. How much athletically does he add defensively and everything else?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of our best players, and I think defensively, obviously, you can match him up on any number of guys, 1 through 4, and at the same time, offensively, he's a guy that, can find the right matchup, but can also play off your actions and get shots for himself and others. So, but like normal here, somebody else will have to do it if he doesn't play.
How much is there a challenge as a coach, a team coming off an emotional Game 7 going into the next series?
I don't know. I mean, just turn the page and play the next game. I think that one thing that we've been really good at is moving on, regardless of bad or good. And, we're going to have to play better tonight than we did in Game 7. And then we're going to have to play better in Game 2 than we do in Game 1. Then, it's the way it goes. It's the fun part about playing this time of the year. Thank you.
Thank you.